Hi there, it's me, Juliet, again, bringing you One on One, where I interview some of the prominent and influential persons here on campus. And today I'll be speaking with one of our student representatives again, and I'm really happy to speak with him because I have a lot of questions for him. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy this session as well. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. Subscribe and share if you haven't. So I have with me here Fadil Mohammed, who is a medical level 400 medical student and the National Union of Ghana student, whole campus president. You are welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, so are you a practicing Muslim or?
Oh yeah, I'm a practicing Muslim. A full-time practicing Muslim.
Or you, Mohammed Fadil. Who is Mohammed Fadil? Fadil Mohammed.
Okay, so I think that's one of the difficult interview questions that people, when they are seeking for job, ask them, tell us already. So, but then I'll try to say something.
Okay.
So, just like you rightly said, I'm Fadil Mohammed and I'm a fourth year medical student. And I'm also I'm a practicing Muslim, just as you asked them. I'm the current NUGS president too.
Okay.
I think these are the brief things that I could say.
Yeah, so say something else that I haven't said.
Something you haven't said. Okay, so I think I've lived my entire life in Ashanti region, but my dad is from BA and my mom is from Ashanti region too. But I've lived my entire life in Ashanti region, Kumasi to be precise. And
talent, hobby.
My talent or hobby. Well, for talent, I haven't really. I think I was a footballer when I was young, but as we grew up, I didn't pay much attention to that talent because I was a good footballer. But I also like reading. During my leisure time, I like to read.
You don't want to mention anything that will make you do right here.
Anything? Oh no, I don't have. Oh, but I can. If I can do reading, like I really love reading. So if it's about reading, but when it goes to the angle of dancing and those aspects, that's not.
You're running away. Okay. So NUGS, we've been hearing about NUGS. What is it all about? Help us.
Okay. So when you say NUGS, NUGS is the National Union of Ghana Students. And it operates as two bodies, not as two bodies, just one body. But how the structure is like at the national level, we have the national level, and we also have the local chapter.
Okay.
So the local chapter, what they do is they link the local SRC to the national NUGS. So we have executives at the national level too. So the local NUGS president will link the SRC of that school to the national. So convey information between the SRC and the national NUGS, and also from the national NUGS to the SRC.
Okay.
And per our SRC constitution, to another function ascribed to the local NUGS, taking charge of the external affairs of SRC. So anything that SRC wants to do, that's outside, then the NUGS will handle that.
Okay, so you mean NUGS is about Ghana students, so all students in Ghana, and the NUGS presidents from all those different schools are the local people, at the local level.
Yes.
Then you could have a national leader.
Yes,
that's what you mean, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what is it like being the NUGS president here, local NUGS president, whole campus? What are some of your experiences so far?
Okay, so being the NUGS president, I would say it's just like being the president of any student union. I mean, the experience that comes with it, as in being a leader of any student union, just that here the workload on you would be little as compared to someone who handles, who is a sole leader or a sole president of a particular organization. In that, here we have the SRC president, the federal, the provincial that students could be running to. So not everybody will be coming to you. You have some going to the SRC president and the provincial president and all that. So basically, that's how things are here.
Okay, so how did you get into the political space? I mean, student politics here. How
Okay.
did it all start?
Well, I would say it all started in SHS, but SHS, I wasn't very active in SHS in terms of this student
Politics.
politics and all that. It became very active, or I became very active in terms of student politics in university. In SHS, I think I contested for a position, but then I lost. I contested for the study prefect.
Hey,
Yeah, but then
you like learning, you like study.
well, that is, I like learning.
Oh yeah, you're
I
a
like
medical
learning.
student. Oh
That's medical.
yeah, check.
So I contested for the study prefect back in SHS, but then I lost, and we came back to in university here too. I think in first year, I contested for a position in MSA, the Medical Student Association,
Okay.
as the senior IT officer. I contested against a CCA a fourth year medical student, and I lost that one too. And I think in second year too, I contested for general secretary of the Ghana Muslim Student Association here. We were two people contesting, and I lost that one too.
Hey wow,
So,
you have good experience.
I lost that one too, but since by virtue of we being two people, I became the deputy.
Okay.
So the person who won became the secretary. So it was around that time too. I harbored the thought of contesting as a local NUGS president. So at times I'll think about that. I'll think from SHS, losing in SHS, losing in here, and I'll be like,
You didn't give up.
I might even lost.
Lose
in this
again,
something.
yeah.
So it was like an odd that I was trying to play against. Yeah, but things finally went on well. And in university here too, I think I got to the active political space during Apollo's time.
Okay.
It was during Apollo's time I had an appointment as a health and sanitation committee chairperson. So by virtue of that, I became part of the SRC, UHAS SRC parliament.
So you were appointed.
Yes, I was actually appointed. I was appointed as the health and sanitation committee chairperson. And by virtue of that, I became part of the SRC parliament too. And I think it was before that, so it was in that administration that I contested as the local NUGS president. So when I was contesting, I was a health and sanitation committee chairperson then.
Okay.
Yeah, and I contested around that time, and I won to become the NUGS president.
That was when all the issues and the court about the president was going on, right?
Exactly. So it was our election, it was our time that those
Yeah.
issues and those skirmishes came about.
Okay, before I ask about your thoughts on that, why did you choose to go for NUGS?
Why did I choose to go for
For
this?
like NUGS president?
Well, I think, you see, one thing about NUGS is, per the descriptions or the things that our SRC, the functions that our SRC ascribes to NUGS, one is taking charge of the welfare of our students. So, and me particularly, I was very interested in the welfare of you have students too. So,
Hey.
I think that was one of my motivations in venturing that.
Really?
But honestly, yeah, I'm very interested in the welfare of your students.
What
So,
do you mean when you say the welfare? You're interested in our welfare?
welfare, when you say welfare, I think it's many things come together to make welfare. It's not just a single entity.
Okay.
And the aspect of, as in anything that makes the students stay on campus
Have a
very
sound
safe
mind and then
very safe.
for studies.
Yes, and one thing is, one thing that I was very interested in was things that will make them have a sound mind in terms of academics. They've been able to have a very convenient life on campus in terms of finances
Focus
and all
on
that.
their studies, finances
Yes, in
and
terms of
everything.
finances and everything.
So
But
everything comes back to studies. Like
Yes,
you really
exactly.
like studies.
Well, that's not what I'm trying to imply, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that I was interested in anything that would make the student comfortable
That
to
would-
study on campus.
I know, don't worry, don't mind. Okay,
Alright.
so NUGS president, do we have some qualifications or something that you need to have to become the NUGS president? Anything like that? Or it's just like the normal other
Oh yeah,
president
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. Being the qualifications for you to be eligible to be next president, I think those same eligibility or those same qualifications are like that of any other position, any other president in the SRC.
So I was actually asking because you say you have a national, so I don't know,
Yeah.
but from what you're saying, it's all start from you. When you get to be the next president, then you connect with the other presidents right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you guys, looks, you guys have been doing some things. I've been hearing some of them, some of your projects that you've been undergoing. So I just tell us about how some of them are going. For example, passport registration, birth certificates. How far
Yeah.
with those ones?
Yes, so those documents, I think those documents or these things that we are doing are some of the things that I promised you have students during my campaign. So I really take them serious when I'm working on them. I think we started with, when the semester started, we started with some of the scholarship applications that opened,
Scholarship,
that got
yeah.
open. So we assisted some of the students in the application. Those who didn't know anything about it, we publicized it, we made them know, we brought them together, and we clarified things for them to understand and apply effectively. Then came the passport and the birth certificate registration. That one too. We did that. We started somewhere in February with, and I think the Dean of Students has been supportive. I remember one time she went with me to the passport office to see the director himself there. And students have, they've received their birth cert and passport. I think about 10 people also that they had issues with the spelling of their names that till now they haven't been able to receive this. Yeah, so, and the student loan too. It came in. I think we've helped a lot of students. Yeah, we've helped a lot
Okay,
of
so
students.
I want to move you back to the passport and
Sure.
birth cert. What about those who didn't partake in the other one but would like to register now? Any
yeah.
plans for them?
I think what you are doing is not an
One-time
a one-time something.
Okay.
It's something that we are doing throughout our administration. So we did it in the first semester. In second semester, we have plans of doing it again. Because already we have the rapport with the passport office. I think we even organized a program on campus and we brought the director here for him to have interaction with you have students. So we have the rapport with them.
Okay, then driving school age.
Yeah, so driving school is one thing that you're also looking at bringing on campus. We was looking at our schedule. We being health students, our schedule after school is going to be very tight. So we saw that, or we realized that it will be very effective if you bring it now for students to learn, so that after school they don't have to kill so much of their schedules for them to go after some of these documents.
Oh, wow.
So now that we are students, we thought it wise that this would be the appropriate time for us to bring in students to have time to.
This is actually a great idea. I mean, the first time I saw it, I limited myself to thinking that it was for those who had, let's say, cars or something to maneuver here on campus. But now that you've explained it, that it's not just for now, but after as well, then
it's a lifelong something. And it's not only the teaching. After the learning of how to drive, we give driver's license to, which I think it lasts for a span of 6 years. So when you get it now, after 6 years, you get to maybe do a new one. So what that you be doing is to be renewing it yearly or something.
Okay, so now the final one I know about, which is the awards, dinner and awards excellence. Yeah. So I mean, I would just like you to tell us something small about it, because we have an extensive talk with you about that one. So just tell us something small about the dinner. What should we expect?
Well, I think the dinner, the NUGS awards and dinner night is something. It's a ceremony. It's something that we've been doing over the years. It's an annual something that we do in all academic years or in all administrations. So what we are doing is just a sequel of what our predecessors, what they initiated or something that they started, and we are repeating it. And I think the aim is to give awards to recognize those who are making efforts on campus. For instance, you're a journalist, you are practicing student journalism. So we see that we see potentials in you.
Okay.
And we give you something that we will award you. We give you something that in the near future, if you are trying to enter into journalism, they will see that yes, you did something back in your house and you're even recognized for you to even to venture into the field that you want to enter. So basically, I think that's the motive behind the whole of the NUGS.
Yeah,
and it comes with entertainment too. Actually.
Oh, entertainment. Now in the awards, thank you.
Yeah.
The awards, you have to get votes from people. You have to apply and get the votes. So it's not like you've seen what the good that someone is doing and you're awarding, but it's like the person has to know that okay, I'm doing good and fight for it. The votes of the people determine whether the person gets the award or not. So
actually, the nomination, we don't have it that the nomination is really by you yourself, you the person. Anyone could nominate you too. So for instance, if I see that you have the potential and maybe you are not nominating yourself, I can choose to pick a form for you.
And then the people's votes determine whether you win or not.
So what will determine you to be a winner is not only the votes. We base on your track record on campus, things that you are doing. So for instance, if someone who hasn't held any, or who hasn't done anything activism, or who hasn't done any activism on campus, you pick a form that you want to nominate yourself as student activist of the year.
Okay.
There is no way we would award you that because we don't have any track record of you showing that you are a student activist.
Yeah, understood. So moving you back to the your time when you wanted to be the next president, the issues with the presidential candidates. What's your take on that? Actually, I heard it's current, it's still ongoing. We still have an acting as I was made federal. Yes. So what's up? What's your take on it?
Well, for that, I think the issue when the issue became a legal issue, they raised some concerns after the election, and the issue became a legal issue. So they sent the issue to the SRC court, and they moved it to the SRC appeal board. They sent it to the university level. So I think it's a legal issue, and since it's something legal, I wouldn't want to say anything that I would later find myself in any situation. So
okay,
I wouldn't want to say much about that.
Okay, right. So you are in level 400 medical student, which means you have 2 years more or more.
Yes, I have 2 years more. Yeah, that's
to
true.
go. So that means you can actually go for other positions. Do you intend of going for any other positions, student? I mean, federal president, or you get it?
Well, I think in this circumstance, I find myself. I've always been taken up by this moment, as in serving our people now. So I haven't really taken time to think about contesting again in the future. Sure. But I think time will tell. So let's just wait and see how time.
And you are a survivor. I mean, from all the lawsuits and now the next president. So you are doing good. Yeah. Oh, I'm congratulating you on not giving up. Yes.
Thank you. So I think time will tell. So let's see how things go.
Yeah. Sure. So then also, what is it like connecting to the national NUGS national? I heard there were some issues in the presidential candidates there as well. Tell us something about it.
Yes, during the Congress, which I think UHAS leaders also attended, which I led the delegation for the Congress. We went and we did the voting, but I think three people or three candidates contested in the election, and after the election, before the EC declared, I think there were issues here and there, but at the end we still had declaration. And I learned the issue was taken to court. And after the declaration, the issue was sent to court. And I don't know how things transpired because I think things happen not in the public domain. So at the end, there was handing over, and now we have executives now. Even though I remember issues happened there, things happened there. But then, since handing over has occurred, I would say we currently have leaders in the national level now. Do
you have any intentions? Is it okay? The one you said you've not thought about, you're still thinking. That one is for you as well. What about going higher for national?
Well, yeah, definitely. Something that I've thought of that assuredly that I'll be going for. But that will be maybe after I'm done with my first degree. Then I'm off UHAS. Or maybe I might come back to UHAS to continue. Only if UHAS is doing maybe a specialty that, well, I don't know. I don't think I'll be in UHAS. I don't think I'll be in UHAS. But I'm very sure that will be after my first degree. So after my first degree, I would consider going to the appropriate time to enter and all that.
Yeah, wow. Thank you so much for educating us on NUGS. But yeah, you said you're a practicing Muslim.
Yeah,
so you're in NUGS. How is it like being a practicing Muslim here on campus? I mean, your prayer times, your fasting and everything.
So being a practicing Muslim on campus, I would say is the same feeling as being a practicing Muslim in the house. Just that in the house you might find yourself in a family or in a community, even though I think you still find yourself in a family, the Jamesa family here, but just that the population isn't that much. Because I think the whole of my class, we're only 2 Muslims, a class of about 67 students. We're only 2 Muslims. But the tolerance and also how we relate to each other doesn't make you feel like an odd one out. Okay. You feel like you're just part of the whole system or the whole student in the class. So it's a normal feeling. It's a normal feeling. There are no challenges.
Okay. Yeah. So you've held other leadership positions, right?
Oh yeah, sure, I have. So
you mentioned you just say them.
Okay, yeah, I've held several positions on campus here or at the tertiary level here. I think I started with the Health and Sanitation Committee chairperson, which I think around that time I was even awarded as the best committee chairperson in that year.
Nice.
And
was it NUGS?
Yeah, and that very year I got appointed as the electoral commissioner of the Medical Student Association.
Okay.
And by that virtue too, I also got appointment in the Federation of Ghana Medical Student Association as their electoral commissioner too. Oh, okay. And the Muslim mission on campus too. I think I've been their deputy secretary too.
So,
and, yeah, sure.
And many more, right? So it looks
These
like
are a few.
You the medical students are like just taking over the student politics. I see you guys everywhere. How are you guys combined? Okay, I've asked this, but let me know yours personally. How you are combining the two, politics and medicine?
Yes, I would say it's not that easy, and I think it wouldn't be easy in all programs, as in being a student in this field and also holding the position. It wouldn't be easy as compared to all programs. All that's just that you have to know how to manage your time and also things that are important and things that are not important, and you know where to apportion most of your time to. So that even when it comes to learning, there are some things that we know them for knowing sake, and there are some things that you know for exam. So you have to know at that time what is being demanded of you. For instance, if it's exam time and you are learning something that you are just supposed to know, but not for exam sake, you realize you find yourself in a situation. So it's all about time management and also knowing what is right at the right time and what is right at the right time and doing it, and what is wrong at the right time and not doing it. So basically, that's all I'll say.
He's just saying that do the right thing. No, let me not confuse. So he said what he said. So thank you so much. Like you're about ending, give us some final words or shout outs to anyone.
Okay, so my final words would be that through my experiences, I think there is one thing I've come to realize. I think it's a quote from Elon Musk that I really much like that quote. Okay. He says that he said he thinks it's possible for everyone to be anything that they want to be. Or no, let me quote him right. He said, I think it is possible for an ordinary person to choose to be an extraordinary person. Okay. So I think whatever that we are, we can be whatever that we want to be, regardless of the number of failures that we've experienced. So basically, that's what I'll say for everybody.
Thank you. I have been encouraged. Thank you so much for your time with that,
welcome.
For educating us on NUGS, because now I know what NUGS is about, and I'm really expectant for the dinner and awards night. All
right, thank you very much too, and my regards to all you have students and also all you have based ones too.
Yeah, right, I told you guys that today's session will be, you will enjoy it, and I know you did enjoy it. So be expectant for more interview sessions with me. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye.